It's like you're Lucy, isn't it?
Oh, that thing is in red. That shirt there.
Yes, when, going back for a minute, when you entered the States, at that time, you didn't have to go through Ellis Allen, then I take it.
No.
So you just...
As I came here, as I recall, my sister Doris, she was at the pier to receive me. So that was about it.
And when did you become a citizen?
It's medicine. No, it's kids.
When I became of age.
Medicine.
Yeah. I think you had to be what, 21 or on or about. But whenever it was, when the time became possible, whatever age, I became a citizen.
Now, what did you do after high school?
I went to City College for a matter of, well, number one, immediately, you see, there was Clinton High School during those years. It had very few blacks. And we had physical encounters day after day. There weren't more than about a half a dozen in the school of my ethnicity. And we traveled in convoy. You had to for self-preservation. 59th and 10th Avenue, it was a tough area, tough neighborhood. Irish and Italians. Not many Jews. In those days, there's an old Irish lawyer I got to know very well, and he opened his scrapbook and showed me piles and piles. Irish need not apply, help wanted, and they had signs on the outside, exterior of the factories, Irish need not apply. In other words, they too had a tough time getting through. This was not too long after the potato famine. There's a distinguished Englishman, he said, as long as I'm alive, an Irishman shall never be a part of the British aristocracy. So, was it Oliver Cromwell? Could have been. But you see, what black people are going through today, the Irish had it. They were snubbed, and the Jews had it. So I know in these situations, my conclusion has been never to despise one because of his ethnicity. The fact that you're a human being, that's all I'm concerned with. I'm going to feed him, I'm going to clothe him. I'm not going to say no. Not too long ago, a good friend of mine living in Paterson, New Jersey, I was at the bus terminal information center awaiting his arrival. Excuse me. and an elderly, tattered-looking man of the other ethnicity. He wanted a meal. Now, as you enter the terminal, the bus terminal from 8th Avenue, on the right-hand side there's Leggett's. There's a drugstore with a large counter. So this man wanted something to eat. I told him, oh, you go there, and I'll be in shortly. To make it short, I've never said no to anyone that wanted a meal, but I'm not going to give him any money. I'm not going to give you money to go out and buy grog. Grog. That's an old English terminology. I'm going to feed you. I'm not going to say no, and I'm not going to despise you because of your ethnicity. You're a human. However, I'm not going to refer you or take you to a place. I'm going to take you to a location to eat, to fit into your attire. That's what I call peerage. I'm not snubbing. I'm trying to be practical. I'm trying to be intelligent about it. What the hell? I'm sitting next to someone that has fleas or lice on his body. How can I do that to somebody else?
When now after the high school and then you went to City College for a period.
Yeah. From the city, then I went to the advertised lots for sale, land for sale, and this outfit was at 5 Beekman Street. I shall never forget that. That's coming up to the apex of Nassau Street and Park Place, easterly of City Hall Park, at the apex. You see Nassau Street at Brooklyn Bridge. Park Place comes in there and then runs into Broadway. The advertised salesman to sell land. And that's really where I got my first training in selling. They would send what is known as lead girls out to sell, to come back with leads. And what they would come back with would be signatures of householders. And those who would appear to be gullible, that can be easily sold, the girls would put an X mark. If you're a pushover, 3-4 marks. So 2 to 6, 8 weeks thereafter, these cards would be distributed to the salesman. And I would get a card, for example, with 4 X's. So this is an easy pushover. I'd come to you, I'd say, Mr. Thompson, do you recall this signature? You look at it, you look at it. Oh yes, I do. I said, is Mrs. Thompson in? No, she's not in. Well, I'm going to hastily make an excuse because no need of my wasting my time talking to you and she's out. You see, she's the boss. The average wife is the boss of the household. You might as well face it. And I've got to talk to both of you because you can't do anything by yourself. She has to be present.